My name is Montel WIlliams. I'm a literary critic for the website timeflies.com.com. Timeflies.com was already taken. The rating system I use is based on like flies. You've seen the flies rating the books that I review. It's because if I really enjoyed a book, time flew. So time flies. So that's why it calls time flies. I've been blogging about literary reviews for about 15 years. I've got more than 100,000 followers on timeflies.com.com. Over 15 years, I've probably reviewed 30, 40 books. What qualifies me to critique these books, I'm just a voracious reader. I read anything I get my hands on. I've got an appetite for knowledge, for curiosity. So, I mean, I read books about anything. Pirates, the stock market crash, quantum time theories, romance novels, pornography. I'll read it all. I go through lists like the Pulitzer Prize winners, Nobel Prize winners in fiction, nonfiction. Doesn't matter. I just, when I get immersed in a subject, I just kind of just read as much as I can on those subjects or by those authors. I've recently started the Pulitzer Prize winning list of books, and I'm just going from the most recent to the oldest. So I've started with A Visit from the Goon Squad by some lady author.
So how many books have you read so far on that list?
Just this one. I just started it. It's great. I use the fly system rating because the faster it, the 19 flies represents, that's the quickest I've read a book in 19 days. It was Catching the Rye, about 140, 150 pages. But I was so into it, I mean, it only took me 19 days. So that's the 19 flies, that's how time flies. And then, so I've got 19, and then eat a frog, so I'm running out of flies. The frogs, I mean, it's like really good in addition to the 19 flies, because a frog will eat a fly, it'll devour it like I would devour. If it's more than, better than 19 flies, I just wanted to devour it. And my readers know that means they should probably devour it too. It's that good.
I want to read one of your recent reviews. Mm-hmm. It says here, this book is good. I really liked it. Some of the words I didn't understand, but for the most part, time flew. I suggest you read this book. Yay. Can you explain? I mean, and that's pretty much what all of them look like.
Yeah. Well, do I need to do a whole lot of explaining? That's what it is. That's why I have 100,000 followers. People are very busy. They don't have time to read whole in detail book reviews about what have you. People don't have that, and they know me. If I recommend it, it's good. They know my system. I don't have to say a lot about it, and that's what sets me apart from the entire rest of the internet. One, I remember I gave a bad review to one book, and it was a big book, but it was kind of confusing. Like within that book, there were a bunch of smaller books, and some of them were unrelated to the other. Like the characters, I couldn't follow. The names were crazy. The places they lived were crazy. So it was just a tough book to get through. The pages were like real thin, so it looked like it was like a 200, 300, 400 page book. But I mean, it wound up being, maybe 1,000 pages, and it just took forever to go through. So I gave it time to not fly when I read that book. I only gave that 1 or 2 flies. It was a King James version of the Holy Bible. I might start doing some video reviews of people who don't have time to read the literary part of the review. It sounds crazy, but I am doing a video literary review of my reviews for people who don't have time to read my review. I read all the time. I've got a book in my hand. I got an appetite to read these things, and I probably read how many books a month? Probably 1, maybe 2, couple books a month. 2 books a month. I read very slowly.
Would you mind reading an excerpt from a book?
On film?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be comfortable doing that. I'm a slow reader. It takes me a while to read.
Is there anything else that you want people to know about your website?
Just visit it. Click the ads. I get revenue for that. timeflies.com.com. See you there.